stuff didn't make the play, and everything, went crazy after that. So, like I said, a lot of guys contributed. Reed, and then I don't even remember what happened next. Watson got an infield hit, I think, didn't he?
Bo hit against the shift.
Bo hit it the other way against the shift.
Bo hit against the shift, and Watson got the infield hit, and Duplantis took one for the team, and Bain. I mean, it's unbelievable. I'm gonna have to go back and watch it because it's hard for me to remember every little item that happened.
Hello and welcome to this week's edition of Tigers Roar on Pelican Sports TV. I am Tommy Krysan along with Jordy Hultberg. As always, a lot happening in the world of LSU and elsewhere. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Paul. It just happened just an inning. That was the bottom of the ninth, but if you're going to get a milestone win, which was his 1400, I think he'll always remember that one because that was one for the ages.
Yeah, and of course, 1,400 wins, quite an accomplishment. Very few have done that. Of course, it counts his time at St. Thomas University down in West Palm Beach, Florida. Air Force, Notre Dame, and now LSU. 1,400 wins. Only 13 people have done that at the Division I level.
Yep.
And 4 active who have done it. And he'll be the first to tell you that's a lot of assistant coaches, a lot of staff members, a lot of great players. You don't win 1,400 games without all of that. And he'll say that.
But somebody has to be in the forefront. Somebody has to be the leader of that. The players change. The one constant is the manager, and so congratulations, Paul.
Well, and I think he'll do what we hear a lot of people say. He's not going to dwell on it right now, but one day when he's retired, he'll look back and go, that was a pretty good run there.
He's already in the Hall of Fame, so, I mean, what else do you...
He and his father.
Yeah, what else do you need, right?
That's pretty
congratulations.
Cool. Yeah, we got a lot of baseball stuff for you tonight, and, of course, football. The spring football game, and I use that word loosely, 5 o'clock Saturday. Admission is free. Tiger Stadium. There's stuff before and after the game for the families and the kids, and we push towards the end of spring football. Seems like just yesterday was starting. Now it's going to end Saturday.
Will you please go and give me a report because I'm going to be at the Pelicans game.
Well, no, you wait for me at Gate 7. We'll go into the game.
I'm going to the
and
Pelicans.
file a report together. Maybe we can get Buddy Sanji to go to the scrimmage.
Alan Traylor and Buddy Sanji can sit
together. Yeah, they can
go
and get a little footage for next week's Tigers Roar.
And then Marty can get the camera and shoot the two of them, and they know more about LSU sports than anybody.
Yeah.
They can do it.
We got to put the Bud Man on that assignment there. But the football. Last week they had a scrimmage, and Coach Orgeron comes out and says the best overall scrimmage since he's been a coach at LSU.
Yep.
But as you said on a radio shortly after that, it doesn't matter. September is what matters. And if he came out and said it's the worst scrimmage I've ever seen, it would not matter. I think they know there's a lot of disappointment and frustration among the fans, and they're trying to placate them.
They're trying to get people in the seats, and that's fine. If I am, and I'm not, if I'm Ed Orgeron and I've got players that I know what they can do, I'm telling you, they're coming up with an injury before Saturday, and I'm putting them in a gold jersey or with a clipboard in their hand or whatever, and they're not playing. And I'm going to let all the guys that work and walk on, that are going to be on the scout team all year long, I let them play. I'm not letting Devin White get hit. I'm just not.
Right. Well, and I haven't seen a format yet. I'm sure they'll release that, but it's not going to be a game, although it has to kind of look like one because the SEC network will televise it. They're doing all 14 spring games across the conference, but it's going to be modified a little bit. And here's the thing. Admission is free, and just remember the old saying, you get what you pay for.
That's very, very wise sage there, yes.
Yeah,
I said, I'll be at the Pelicans game. Tell me all about it.
Yeah, and then, of course, we're hearing about the quarterback situation. Lowell Narcisse looked good this time. It was McMillan, and it was
Everybody's
Brennan.
had their turn, haven't they?
Everybody's looking good.
You're being sarcastic here.
Yeah, I'm being very sarcastic. Although we haven't heard anything about the special teams, but,
No.
It's the offense. It's the defense. It's the best scrimmage he's ever seen.
I'll give you my evaluation after that Sunday night in Jerry's world. That's when I'll give you my evaluation.
That's when it will matter.
Until then, we don't know, and we won't know.
Yeah. So, but I think you have the Tiger football fans who are so passionate. Yeah, they're going to get 4,000 or 5,000 people out there to the game.
Absolutely. And Coach O said it. He said, "Look, we've got 35% of our offense in, so I don't know how you come up with that."
Yeah, I really want to know that. That's
the kicker was, so I'm asking the fans Saturday to be patient. That's all I need to hear.
35% of the offense?
Vanilla.
What's the thing when you go to Hooters, it says 94.3% of all statistics are made up?
Well, you're coming up left or right.
Hey, I need a drum roll.
Witticisms by Chrysan.
Wisdom from TK. That doesn't happen often.
I'm not going to go wisdom. I'm going to call it witticism.
Okay. All right. That must be a De La Salle word.
That's right.
All right. LSU gymnastics leaving on a jet plane Wednesday.
This is the time.
Friday, the semifinals.
This is the time.
Saturday,
You got to get through Friday, get to the Super Six, and then let it rip.
The D.D. Bro, the gymnastics team. Again, it's going to be televised on ESPN2. The semifinal is noon on Friday. They've got their rotation set. It's the National Collegiate Gymnastics. And as this thing says at the bottom, they're not done yet.
They get the beam first. There'll be nerves, so be careful. That beam is tough, very tough. But a bye between each set, so we'll go from there. They're very good on the floor, so I'm fingers crossed. This might be the year. Oklahoma got them last year. They were the runner-up, and so maybe this is the year for D.D. and company. Not done yet, they say.
Got to get that national championship. It couldn't happen to a better person.
Absolutely.
And what she's done for that program has been well documented throughout time. Also, Jordy, we must give mention, and we'll talk about it a little bit more later, but how about those New Orleans Pelicans going out to the West Coast and coming back with 2 W's?
As we speak, a 2-games-to-zip lead. No one anticipated that. No, yours truly never anticipated that, but collectively they're playing with poise. They're playing with chemistry. They're just good. That's a good starting lineup. Rondo's been terrific. Holidays is playing out of this world. Davis is doing what Davis does. Mirotic has been a tremendous addition. And I'm the first one to criticize Dell Demps and company when I see the Omer Ashik trade and I see the Alexis Ajinka trade and I'm like, wait, come on. But picking up Rondo and picking up Mirotic has made this ball club, and they are fun to watch. People laugh at me, but they're better without Boogie.
Well, I agree with that, and I've heard you say that, and I've heard others say it. And here's the other thing. They're picking a really good time to play some really good basketball.
Yeah. And if they can get through this one, there's rumblings out there about Steph Curry not being ready to go yet. Maybe Golden State is primed for the picking.
Well, and I don't think any NBA player is 100% when we're here at the end of April. It's been a grind, but if Curry is
He's limping around.
Well, if he's not 80 or 90%, he's out there less than that, that could be hey, go get it done. And Anthony Davis, I mean, when that dude plays, which he always plays, but when he puts his mind to it, they can't stop him.
He's best player on the court, night in, night out.
You make the comment, they're better without Boogie Cousins. Does that lead the front office to not be inclined to re-sign him? I mean, he's a ball. He can play.
He can play, but the difference between the Pelicans pre-All-Star break and now is the way the game is being played. And there's the cliche of pace and space. Pace meaning getting the ball up and down the floor quickly, getting more shots at the basket, and now the floor is opened up more. Because when you get the ball to Boogie, everything stops, and he's handling the ball, and he's 26 points, 12 rebounds. Numbers are great, but wins are better, and they're a much better team from what they have assembled, the style of play, the style of the players. You put it all together, and they're dangerous, very dangerous club.
Well, we'll see. They've created some excitement in New Orleans. Social media has lit up.
The key is Game 3. If you knock down Portland Game 3, they have no hope. If you let Portland come up and steal one, now they're going, oh, well, it's coming back to our gym again. You got to get Game 3. Put it to bed.
Marble game, huh?
Put it to bed. That's it.
All right. Before we go to break, a special event this Friday night down in Houma.
Yes.
For all you folks in Houma, the Houma area, all you Hooters fans.
Yes.
The annual party, anniversary, and swimsuit pageant. They got live music. Pelican Sports TV will be on hand as well. That's this Friday, April 28th at the Hooters in Houma. Everything is going about 6 o'clock. I said music. The swimsuit contest with girls from all over Louisiana, all Hooters girls from all the 10 stores, and it's all happening in Houma this Friday night. As I mentioned, Pelican Sports TV will be out there as a part of that as well. So put that on your calendar. We've been there before. It's a very fun, entertaining event. We'll
and
just
TK's
leave
a
it at that.
Are you a
I
judge
was a judge a few years ago in Slidell at the Hooters North Shore, but I hadn't got asked to go back. I don't know if what that means or not.
Those bribes you were taking.
I definitely told them I could be bought.
You can't do that. You got to be legit.
Hey, let's come back, talk some more LSU football. Also on tonight's program, as always, Mike Scarborough at TigerBait.com. He'll join us a little bit later on. What about that running back from California, Trey Watson?
The kid was hurt for a whole year, so I can understand him as a grad transfer. They tell me he can play.
He's looking at Texas. He's looking at LSU meeting. We'll get all of that from Mike Scarborough with TigerBait.com. Let's take a break, come back, dive into some Ed Orgeron and some LSU football right here on Pelican Sports TV. Spread the roar. You're watching Tigers Roar.
Hi, I am Dr. Farrell Frugier Jr., and I am a general dentist at Frugier Family Dentistry. I was born and raised in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I went to Catholic High School, LSU, and LSU School of Dentistry in New Orleans, where I received my DDS degree in 1986. I always have and will continue to be committed to continuing my education, to invest in technology which makes the diagnosis and delivery of dentistry more thorough, more comfortable, and more aesthetically pleasing. In our practice, we are here to serve the patients. We want to improve their quality of life and to develop relationships with our patients. In dentistry, we have a chance to impact lives on a daily basis, not just by doing dentistry, but by getting to know them and being a part of their life. We also believe in giving back to our community. So every year, we give back to the Greater Baton Rouge Food Bank, Toys for Tots, and Mary Bird Perkins Cancer Center. Please stop by and visit our office. We would love to take care of you and your family.
Hi, I'm Jordy Helper for Tremonti's Meat and Seafood Market at 12451 Old Jefferson Highway. Chairman's Reserve steaks, their pork, their chicken, their seafood, top of the line. Primo barbecue pits, Icy Tech coolers. They can go anywhere and cater anything for you. Go to 751-7665 to call Tremonti's Meat and Seafood Market, where good meat ain't cheap and cheap meat ain't good. Tremonti's Meat and Seafood Market.
It's time to find out the truth about health insurance.
True or false? I can't get health insurance because I missed the open enrollment period. False.
If you had a life change such as moving, getting married, having a child, or a job loss, you are eligible to buy a new policy.
I don't have a life-changing event, so I can't get health insurance. False.
You can purchase affordable short-term policies even if it's not open enrollment.
I have to spend hours shopping around for an insurance policy that's right for me. False.
Call Healthcare will connect you with licensed agents that do the work for you, comparing hundreds of options, making sure you get a policy that fits all your needs at the best price.
Call now and we'll connect you to a licensed agent that will answer all your questions. The call and the service are free, so what are you waiting for?
Call Healthcare, getting the coverage you need at a price you can afford. Call now. Representatives are standing by to assist you.
Cypress Lake Apartments are conveniently located off Segan Lane in Baton Rouge, a CLK multifamily management property. Come see this community, which has many amenities including swimming pools, fitness room, playground, and much more. 1, 2, and 3 bedroom apartments. Stop by Cypress Lake Apartments Call 225-293-6789 or go online, live at cypresslakeapts.com.
We continue with Tigers Roar spring football practice.
Yes.
It is what it is, but there are things that the coaches want to accomplish.
Absolutely.
They have objectives that in their offices, they're trying to find out about guys and who can do what, who might can play a different position. There's a lot of things going on there beneath the surface, but overall, the fans want to know who the quarterback is, who's the running back,
Well,
and
they won't
that's
know.
not going to get determined,
They
even
won't
after
find out.
Saturday night.
Right.
Am I correct?
No question about that. We've seen it time and time again. Somebody will have a breakout performance, and then the fall comes and you never see them. So take it with a grain of salt. It'll be a fun day. It's an opportunity as an LSU fan to see LSU football again for the last time before it starts to count. So why not? If you got nothing else to do, go see it.
Yeah, and admission's free,
Yeah,
so
it's
keep
free.
that in mind.
Free and
Now,
fun.
The main objective is don't get anybody hurt. They don't-
Always.
And they did get a couple of guys, Alexander and Charles, back at practice this week.
Would you
had been
play them?
nursing. No, you don't play them.
Okay.
I think you go to the point you made earlier. If you know what a guy can do,
Don't sit them.
no reason to play him. Put the young guys out there that may impress you with something that they do
That's right.
out there. Or they may
Or
send
you
a message to you that, I'm not as
Or
good as you thought.
It's a reward. Thank you for all your hard work. And when the fall comes, you're going to be playing the guy from Alabama. You're going to be the guy from Auburn, whatever. That's what you're going to
Miami,
do. Yeah, that's what you're going to do. And so thank you. So here's your reward.
Here's a couple of days ago, Coach Ed Orgeron meeting with the media, talking about his football team, talking about spring practice. Here's the head football coach of the Tigers, Ed Orgeron.
Very competitive. Overall, our best scrimmage since I've been here, for sure, as a coach. Offense and defense executed very well. We give credit to our team. I challenged them on leadership today. Guys stood out and on both sides of the football, and our coaches were very well prepared. We had a 3rd down and 3 to 6 period, a 3rd down and 7+ period. Offense threw the ball very well, protected the quarterback very well. They won that period. Then we started with a 30-play scrimmage for the first time. Our first offense scored against first defense. I believe they did twice. They drove the ball on the 40 down there, so I want to compliment them. And then we got the ball in the red zone, and the defense stiffened up, did a very good job there. We had a very spirited goal line. Both sides of the football played very well, and then we ended up with a 2-minute. And some of the highlights for the scrimmage, Clyde Edwards-Helaire had 18 carries for 109 yards. I thought he was fantastic. He had 5 touchdowns, longest of 41. Obviously, those touchdowns are all on the goal line down there. Most of them are. On defense, Patrick Queen, Jacob Phillips, Rashard Lawrence, and Killaban Chasson all led the team in tackles. They did very well, and also Devin White was all over the field today. At quarterback, Lowell was 7 of 10 for 143 yards. He had his best day. Miles was 10 of 20 for 98. Justin was 5 of 16 for 62. And Andre Sell 2 of 3 for 20. Receiving, Justin had 4 catches for 23. Justin Jefferson, Derek Dillon had 3. Thaddeus Moss had 2 fantastic catches today. I thought it was his best day. Jonathan Giles has 3 catches for 20. Drake Davis 3. And a couple other guys had 1 catch. Any questions?
Did you put Lowell in a little sooner than usual today, Coach?
Yeah, he played several snaps with the first team. Did very well. Steve shares the reps, and Lowell stood out today. Made a lot of good throws, a lot of good plays.
Seems like his yardage for completion was really high. So
Yeah, he was. Now he had some scrambles for some big passes, but he's improved every day.
And how was your offense different with Lowell as compared to maybe Miles?
We run in the same plays, but obviously, once we find out who our quarterbacks are going to be, we're going to do what they can do. And obviously, Lowell will do a little bit more quarterback runs. Miles will do a little bit more drop back passing.
more than even just picking a quarterback. You're picking an offense almost.
Almost, yeah, almost a little bit. No, we have certain things that we're going to do with both quarterbacks. Obviously, certain plays that both quarterbacks, all three quarterbacks are running. But do we have certain things that the skill set of the quarterback demands that we do this, and we'll do it.
So Clyde did most of your rushing today, Coach?
Say again?
Clyde Edwards-Helaire did most of the
Yeah, he did a good job. He was all, him and Nick. Nick had 16 carries and Clyde had 18. Nick had 16 for 32. Clyde had 18 for 109. A lot of Clyde's was with the second team, too, against the second team defense. So.
You said last week that the offensive blocking wasn't great. How was it today?
I thought they came out to play. Coach Craig was in here at 4 o'clock this morning getting ready. You can hear him motivating the offensive line. Damian Lewis played some on the first string today. He alternated with the guards. I thought that helped us out. And there were still a couple of rushes that some pressure that the quarterback was underneath that we have to improve on. But I thought our run block was a lot better.
And is Damian still just working in guard, or have you
Just guard. Yeah, just guard.
What about the other two guards? Have you reviewed those guys?
What's that?
Ingram, any of the other guards, have you tried them at center?
We may try Bruiser. Yeah, he may try at center. He'd be a guy that we would, but Lloyd's doing good. Lloyd graded out the best last scrimmage. Jimmy's really pleased with him. Cole is, once Cole gets bigger, Cole's at a disadvantage. He must weigh 280, 290. He's blocking Tyler Shelvin, who weighs 360, so that make it tough, but it's going to make him better.
You said this was the best scrimmage you had seen since you've been here.
Yeah.
What about it particularly?
It started on Thursday, the preparation. We treated yesterday as Focus Friday. We were going to treat today as a game. And the spring is going back and forth between the offense and the defense. And I wanted to have a day where the offense and the defense both had great days. And I think today happened. And also kickoff. We started the scrimmage with kickoff coverage. We want to see who's going to go down and hit somebody. Michael Baskerville had a big hit. Kind of excited the whole team. And I thought overall today was our best scrimmage on both sides of the football.
You also said that this was the first time the first team offense scored against the first team defense.
Twice.
Has it been a struggle for them?
Yeah, that has most of the scrimmages. Now, some days the offense has really done well, but as far as just taking the ball, we took the ball on the 40, and they drove twice today. It's the first time this happened this spring.
Who was the quarterback when you guys
Steve played all three of them. Miles started, but Justin came in there, made some plays. So did Lowell. They all rotated within that series.
You got a new addition this week, Terrence Alexander.
Yes.
How do you see him fitting in, and where do you see him?
Going to compete for that starting corner spot. Going to compete for the starting nickel spot. Obviously, we're excited about him because that he played in games. He has experience. He's fast. Very smart young man. Wanting to study already. Motivated, mature. So we're going to give him a chance to start when he's got to earn it.
What happens right now with that other open spot?
We're looking at several positions. There's guys that are available. We're going to have to see at the end of spring how things pan out and choose best available for our team.
Terrence Alexander, he's obviously signed already. What can he do? How much can you do with him so far? Can you just get
he get the playbook. He can start studying the stuff just like a signee would. And then we're going to have to, his summer school ends a little bit later than ours. So we're going to have to work all that out, the details of when he comes to summer school now. But once he comes to summer school and once he's enrolled, he can do everything we do.
Are you happy with the way the quarterbacks have progressed as a group?
Yes. We threw the ball very well today. I thought the quarterbacks did a tremendous job today. We had some drops. We had a couple of drops. I know Jerry's a little disappointed. Actually, the ball was on the money. We had a couple of drops. We have to fix that. I thought the quarterbacks were today, and we showed the most improvement today.
Last week, I think we asked you a little bit about spring official visits and handling those. Now that you've been through a weekend of it last weekend, how did it all work in the spring?
Came out pretty good, besides no sleep. But, think about this. We went out to dinner with the recruits on Saturday night. We got home at 10, and we had breakfast with them at 6 o'clock in the morning. And then we came great our film. So, but they all enjoyed it. We had rave reviews about most of the support staff spent most of the time with them. And then I was available, obviously. So we had a great group of guys and great reviews. It turned out fine. I don't think you want to do that every week. It puts a tremendous strain on the staff.
Just because it's 10 months until signing day, I mean, it's
Yeah.
8 months until early signing, it's still a long way off. How seriously are these kids, I don't know,
Yeah.
how seriously are they taking it? You know,
Yeah. You bring up a good point. Here, some of these young men that tell us that they're coming are saying that they're making a decision in May or June. So that's why we're bringing them in. We want an official visit them before they make a decision. Obviously, we all know that some of them change their minds. But that's most of the visits that we're getting.
Ed, when we're in practice, we see Jerry working on technique, route running, in that 10 minutes we get to see. How well are these guys picking up on what he's teaching them, and how much do they thrive off his knowledge?
It's something to say. Every day, like sponges. He's a great teacher. We were teasing this morning. He says, Coach, I woke up this morning, and first of all, I'm glad I woke up. And then he said, I started thinking about routes and putting in routes. And Jerry's just a confidant of mine. Love having him around. And he's just wonderful for our staff. And he's a professional. He's always teaching, always coaching. The guys love him. I'm going to tell you what, I have a lot of confidence in our passing game, and one of the big reasons is because of Jerry.
I think it was around this time last spring when you named Rashard.
Right.
Is anybody sticking out like that this spring?
No, I tell you who's starting to show is Devin Cotton. Devin Cotton practiced the last 2 days. He's healthy. He plays with a tremendous motor. No, he's coming. He's really coming along. Patrick Queen had another good day today. Jacob Phillips showed out. 22 showed out to me today. I think Clyde made a difference in our offense today.
Where does Pat Queen fit in, right? Because he's mostly been backing up Devin.
Right. I'm sure Dave's going to find him a spot. If he continues to do what he's going to do, it would be nice that Devin wouldn't have to play every snap. Keep him fresh and rotate those linebackers. But Patrick is developing quickly.
One person we haven't heard a lot about, Terrace Marshall. How is he progressing?
He had his best day Thursday. He had 6 catches, made tremendous catches. Looked like the receiver, getting healthy. He's not all the way there yet, but he made some one-handed catches. There were some wild catches. He was maybe the MVP today last Thursday.
He's 100% or maybe?
No, he's still getting about 85%, I would say, but I ain't a doctor.
Where can you tell that Terrace is still a little bit limited?
Say again?
Where is Terrace still a little bit limited?
Just because of the injury that he had. The running, he's not full speed.
Do you have any, Coach, any early thoughts on the spring game, what you want to do as far as, the structure or that kind of thing?
Ones versus ones. Crank it up. Best against best.
A lot of you fans will be looking at the quarterbacks, and you'll be looking at stats and coming away with judgments. Should they do that in a situation like that? Or?
Well, we don't have the whole offense in. You know what I'm saying? So this thing's going to go throughout the summer. It's going to go throughout camp. I think the real judgment's going to come when we play Miami. That's when we got to be ready. Obviously, we want to look good next Saturday. I want the quarterbacks to look good. We want to throw the ball. We want all that to happen. And I do believe some of that's going to happen, but we're not there yet. And so I ask the fans to be patient. And we're not where we need to be, but we're going to get there.
How much of the offense do you expect to have in by the end of spring?
I'm glad you asked me a question today. I'll bet you we have about 35%. No, we're just not there yet.
Tigers.
patient.
Be patient, fans. Only 35%.
That's right. Be patient.
And, of course, we'll put the graphic up. Spring game is Saturday at 5 o'clock in Tiger Stadium. They're actually going to have all the students out to practice on Thursday the 19th. That's something they started a few years back.
Let them catch punts and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's fun. Hey, it is the team. That's the students' team,
Right.
And then, of course, Saturday you see the spring game, April 21, 5 o'clock. There's a block party that day, stuff for the kids and the families. There's an autograph session scheduled to be on the field.
This is their fan day, so they don't have
they
that.
whacked back in August
Right,
and
they
won't
don't
do
that
again this
anymore,
August.
So they do it now.
So, and again, admission's free, and remember what we say, you get what you pay for.
And remember, it is on the SEC network. So when you think about that, do you blame a coach for not tipping his hand and showing you all the things that they have? Of course not. They'll keep it very simple, very short, very sweet, and move on.
First play will be an 80-yard pass just so the fans can go, oh, they're going to throw the ball more.
And they tell the defensive back,
just let him get behind you and let's get an 80-yard touchdown here.
We're not going to chew you out.
Important. They changed a significant rule in college football. Some people don't know this. You've always been able to fair catch a kickoff.
In the end zone.
Well, no, you can fair catch it anywhere.
Yeah.
And you get the ball. And actually, there's a part B to that rule that I'm going to guess that you don't know. You can fair catch a kickoff, and you get the ball at that spot.
Where it is.
Right. Now, did you know the other part of that rule? You get a free kick from that spot to try to make a field goal.
Yes.
So if you had some big leg and they pooched it up 11 yards from where they kicked, you fair catch it.
Right.
You put it on a tee and try to kick it through the uprights for 3 points, okay? That new rule is all based on safety. Any fair catch between the goal line and the 25, you get the ball at 25.
That takes away those sky kicks that try to pin you in the corner.
By the 3 or the 4 yard line.
Right.
Now
which LSU has so many times kicked the ball out of bounds.
Yeah, they look out cheerleaders when LSU kicks
So
off.
now you fair catch it, they move the ball up to the 25.
Yeah, so
no problem with that at all.
Yeah, it's a safety thing. Their research tells them more injuries occur on kickoffs than the other play.
Soon they'll have no kickoff. Soon they'll give you the ball at the 30-yard line, and that'll be it.
But you can't do that because you eliminate the onside kick, the element of surprise onside kick, or that team that's trying to get the ball back with 35 seconds to go. So what do you do there? Somebody said they're going to you'll have a play from the 35-yard line, and if you get to the 50, you maintain possession.
It's like selling beer in stadiums. They stop it at the 7th inning, and then all the rules change. Maybe fourth quarter you can kick off. Something like that. Who knows?
Well, and, I go back I remember Jerry DiNardo saying how much he hated the overtime rule in college football because you play a different game in overtime than you just played for 60 minutes, and that makes a lot of sense to me. And, of course, he knows a lot more about football than I. We're going to take a break, come back. We got some baseball stuff for you. We'll tell you about the radio station and some baseball stuff still to come a little bit later. Mike Scarborough of TigerBait.com. We'll continue with Tigers Roar. Stay with us.
Big weekend for recruits.
Creel Tree Service is a licensed and insured tree service providing tree and stump removal, topping, trimming, cabling, pruning, and fertilizing. We have free stump removal with takedowns, free estimates, affordable rates, and senior citizens discounts. Call 774-TREE. That's 774-8733. Get your yard ready for the warmer weather. If it deals with a tree, call me, Creel Tree Service, 774-8733. That's 774-TREE.
When my wife and I started Relief Windows, what we were trying to do, what our goal was to give a quality job to a homeowner. Everybody's scared of contractors. We wanted to change the mold of what that is. Not showing up on time, not answering the phone, somebody running with your money. The reason why you should pick Relief Windows to do your renovation of your home, windows, doors, hardy plank, or siding, is because of the experience, quality service of our company. Service is everything we have. It's the foundation of our company. We're going to show up on time. We're going to do the job right. Over 60% of our customers is customer referral. We're a local company here in Baton Rouge, built in Baton Rouge, staying in Baton Rouge. Okay. The job's not done until you're happy and we're happy. It's built the old-fashioned way, with a handshake. Here at Relief Windows is honored to be official window, door, and siding company of LSU Athletics, from one winning team to another.
It's a beautiful day for baseball. Take me out to a Hooters. Take me out to the game. Give me some wings and a frosty brew, a seat by the tube and a buddy or two.
Step up to our plate. Bring the team to Hooters and get 40 free boneless wings. Offer applies to teams of 6 or more in uniform.
There's no better place to catch the game. It's baseball time at Hooters.
My name is Dr. Nicole Rogers, and I'm here in Old Metairie, Louisiana at Hair Restoration of the South, where your hair is our care. And I'd like to invite you to come and visit and discuss various options for treatment of thinning hair. These can include both medical and surgical options. You don't have to go straight to surgery. In the meantime, feel free to check out our website, hairrestorationofthesouth.com, and we look forward to seeing you soon.
This is an important announcement. If you're between 50 and 85 and worried about your loved ones, you can still get affordable life insurance for peace of mind.
My life insurance coverage is guaranteed, and I was not required to get a medical exam.
I had high blood pressure and diabetes, and I got my coverage with one telephone call. No exam necessary.
I'm a smoker, and I wanted to take care of my family. I called to get my life insurance and my affairs in order. I wanted to do the right thing.
Call Final Expense No Exam Insurance. Your rates are guaranteed and will never increase.
I called and learned that this insurance cannot be canceled even if you get sick or gain weight.
And there are no restrictions on how my beneficiaries use the money when I'm gone.
Approval was easy and the price was right. I wanted to do this for my children.
Call 800-654-9927, 800-654-9927.
We continue with Tigers Roar here on Pelican Sports TV, but let's tell you about WUBR. Go to WUBR, search it on TuneIn, WUBR910.com. Got the local radio lineup, including the gentleman on my left, Mr. Jordy Holberg, Buddy Sanji, myself, Dave Scandaliato. A lot of, if you like to wager, you like to bet on sports, whether it's baseball, NBA
Derby's
playoffs,
coming up.
Kentucky Derby. Dave's a big horse racing guy.
Call him up.
WUBR. Check it out. Great mixture of the local stuff and, of course, the home of the Jim Rome Show from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Monday through Friday, and the Jim Rome Sports Minute at 4:58 on the tail end of Pelican Sports Radio each weekday. Jordy, tell the folks about your radio program in the Lafayette market.
Monday through Friday from 2 to 4 p.m. right there, 103.7 FM KLWB. The Game. Give us a shot. Check us out.
All right, baseball. We checked them out this weekend. They had the Tennessee Volunteers coming to town. It was suggested, man, it'd be a good thing to get all three.
Can we rewind? Because we said anything short of a sweep would be a disappointment. They got a sweep.
Did it in a rough way on Sunday, but
okay.
Let's back it up to Friday night. Once again, Zach Hess was outstanding. I tell you what, I was one of the people a couple of weeks back said, I'm not sure he's a starter. Maybe he's better coming out of the bullpen and closing games. But Coach Maneri, Coach Dunn have stuck with him, and he has performed on a Friday night, which is a big chore in the SEC.
I still think his future is the bullpen, but because of no other choice, and you would know this more than anyone, he's realized that you don't have to throw at 95 and strike out every batter. You can become a pitcher. So it seems to me he's learned how to pitch rather than just throw.
Exactly. I mean, I was nothing compared to Zach Hess, but I was a better pitcher when I quit trying to strike people out and just let my teammates help me get them out with a pop-up or a ground ball or whatever. You're right. There's a difference between throwing and pitching, and maybe he has reached that point. We're going to recap Friday night, which was game one of the three-game series with the Tennessee Volunteers. We'll hear from Coach Paul Maneri and Zach Hess. Here you go.
I told the guys that, I don't know how to handle myself. We scored in more than one inning tonight. Wow, first time in a while. But it was obviously great to see, the guys swing the bats as well as they did. We obviously had a prevailing wind blowing out, so it was a hitter's night. But the reason I had to talk to the team so long tonight is to prepare them that we're going to have a big storm all day tomorrow. and the front's going to come through, and the wind is now going to change to a north wind blowing in, and you're not going to hit 4 home runs tomorrow night, most probably. So we got to make sure that we take a good focus on how we play the game and forget about this game. It may have seemed easy. It went our way. Hess was awesome, and but we got to forget about it pretty quickly, because tomorrow night's going to be a tough game, and we got to be ready to produce runs in different ways. And but it was a great victory. I'm really proud of the guys. To win a Friday night game, and now we've, with McHale moving into the middle game tomorrow, we're really confident that we're going to go out and play well. And I told the guys, McHale's been pitching his heart out for us, and we're not giving him much run support. And I think tomorrow night we need to dedicate ourselves to give great support to him, and hopefully we can get a good win tomorrow night.
I feel like the line, putting Bo at the top gave you the spark you were looking for?
Well, it was a nice spark. I told him when we were stretching today that he was leading off, and I said I'd really like to see you hit the first pitch of the game for a home run. And then he did it, and I turned to all the other guys. I said, it's finally nice to get at some players that do as they're told, But that's a true story, and obviously, Bo got into that one. It loosened the whole team up. It was great to see, and we just kept having great at bats after great at bats, and we hit 4 home runs. I was so happy for Jake Slaughter. I mean, he hit those 2 balls that he hit. You don't see too many of them hit out at in this ballpark in that spot, and he hit 2 of them out there, and they were hit about as hard as a ball can possibly be hit. So yeah, the lineup worked out well for us tonight, and hopefully, we'll figure it out for tomorrow.
When Zach has everything working like he did tonight, throwing strikes, throwing hard strikes, how tough is he to hit when he's like that?
Well, Zach's really great. I think that experience for him as a closer last year has helped make him a better starting pitcher, because he knows how to raise his game to a different level when he needs to. But I think as the season has gone on, he's also learned how to keep some gas in the tank as well. There's certain times of the game where you just want to throw the ball over the plate and let your defense work for you. And I thought he was just masterful tonight, but he has been for most of the season. He gives us a lot of confidence on Friday nights now.
When Slaughter has a night like he did at the plate, is that almost, you think, like a sense of relief for him? Because he's had a lot of tough breaks this year, like you said earlier.
They're kids, I mean, everybody wants to see him do great. I want to see him do great. The fans want to see him do great. The media, and it's very easy to criticize and so forth, but it's a hard game to play. It really is. And Jake's got a lot of physical tools, and he just hasn't really been consistent in his career here. But you saw what he's capable of tonight. I mean, I couldn't even imagine hitting a ball as hard as he hit those 2 balls. There's not many human beings on earth that can do what he did tonight, but it's just inconsistent, and he gets frustrated. Everybody gets frustrated, but he's still a really good kid, and he cares about the right stuff, and I'm just happy to see him have that kind of success tonight.
You get a lot of first pitches deep tonight. Was that a plan, or is that just the way it worked out?
Well, we wanted to be aggressive. This left-hander that pitched tonight, we thought he threw majority fastballs, and once we started teeing off on his fastball, he tried to use his other pitches, and then he would fall behind in the counts, which made it even a better situation for us. So I think our aggressiveness set us up even as the game went on, in the first few innings here. And then, we went stale for a little while, but I'm partially to blame for that. We were up 8-0. I had Watson on first base, Duplantis at the plate with 2 outs. It's a perfect steal situation, but I'm sensitive to not looking like we're running up the score, and so I didn't have him run, and Duplantis grounded out. I kind of took the aggressiveness out of our team there for a period of time. So I'm glad we added that 1 more run just to kind of get back the feeling of getting guys on and scoring again.
Did you notice the junior announcer tonight?
Oh my God, that was an enthusiastic junior announcer. Who was that? I thought maybe you knew him.
Oh, I just not know. He's from Ville Platte. Boy, 9-year-old kid.
It startled me when he started talking. Our fans react to lots of stuff, and they reacted to him. That was pretty cool.
So Bill's going to be on his game tomorrow?
Yeah, Bill better get his job done, or that little guest announcer might be in danger of taking his job.
Then after 3 innings.
Yeah, for sure. I thought our offense did a really good job of just putting pressure on them early on, and I think it kind of affected their hitters a little bit because they were playing with a big deficit against them. So I thought our guys just did a great job swinging the bat, and I thought overall it was just a great team win.
Coach Mainieri said he told Bo to hit a home run to start the game, and he did it. And he turned to you guys and said, "See, the guy does what he's told."
Yeah, I mean, it was different with having Bo lead off today, but I mean, he showed that he could do it, and he's been great for us all year. So I thought just, top to bottom, 1 through 9, I thought our entire lineup just did their job today, and we executed very nicely as a team.
How happy are you for Slaughter?
Oh, I mean, that's been great. Jake's had some pretty tough luck this year. His numbers really aren't indicative of the swings that he's been putting on some balls. I mean, he's been hitting some shots and just been going right at people. So for him to come out tonight, have a couple of jacks, I mean, we're all pretty happy for him. I know he's pretty stoked for himself too.
Did the junior announcer pump you up tonight?
Oh, big time. Kid had a lot of energy for sure. So he did a great job.
Tomorrow, trying to keep this going, Mikhail going, and hopefully the run support is a little bit better and he can do what he's been doing.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, obviously Mikhail has just been huge for us this entire year, especially as a freshman to do what he's been doing. I mean, you can't ask for much more. So, hopefully tomorrow we can just put a few runs up for him and he just goes out there and, does what he does, and, hopefully we'll come away with this and get him a win.
Missed that junior announcer.
I know.
I don't know anything about that.
Sounds like it was pretty darn good. We'll have to check it out. He might be sitting here one day.
He might have a future.
He or she, whatever it was.
Right.
Got to be politically correct there, I guess.
Good for them. Him, her.
Whomever. We will take a break. We come back. We'll look at Game 2, the one that had to push back the start time a little bit due to the weather. They were dodging raindrops, but they didn't dodge another win. We'll get into Game 2, and we continue with more of Tigers Roar on Pelican Sports TV. Stay with us.
No one can stop me when I taste the feeling. Nothing could ever bring me down. Nothing could ever bring me down. Taste the feeling.
Woodburners, serving South Louisiana since 1977, is a family-owned and operated company with over 30 years of experience. They're the fireplace experts, providing upscale products at an affordable price. Fireplaces, glass doors, wood stoves and stove chimneys, mantles, screens, gas logs, and tool sets. Visit online at woodburnersinc.com. Call 225-752-2590 or stop by 10510 Airline Highway in Baton Rouge.
This is an important medical announcement for anyone who has taken the chemotherapy drug Taxotere. If you or a loved one has developed alopecia or hair loss after taking the breast cancer drug Taxotere, you may be entitled to substantial compensation. While many chemotherapy drugs can cause temporary hair loss, Taxotere can cause permanent, irreversible loss of hair on the head, eyebrows, eyelashes, beard, and body. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. The call is confidential and you may be eligible. You may not have been warned about the side effects of Taxotere. Your consultation is free. Call the Drug Watch hotline if you or a loved one has experienced permanent hair loss as a result of the chemotherapy drug Taxotere. But you must call now.
Call 800-794-0738. 800-794-0738.
Hi, I am Dr. Farrell Frugier Jr., and I am a general dentist at Frugier Family Dentistry. I was born and raised in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I went to Catholic High School, LSU, and LSU School of Dentistry in New Orleans, where I received my DDS degree in 1986. always have and will continue to be committed to continuing my education, to invest in technology which makes the diagnosis and delivery of dentistry more thorough, more comfortable, and more aesthetically pleasing. In our practice, we are here to serve the patients. We want to improve their quality of life and to develop relationships with our patients. In dentistry, we have a chance to impact lives on a daily basis, not just by doing dentistry, but by getting to know them and being a part of their life. We also believe in giving back to our community. So every year, we give back to the Greater Baton Rouge Food Bank, Toys for Tots, and Mary Bird Perkins Cancer Center. Please stop by and visit our office. We would love to take care of you and your family.
For Total Home Pest Control, who are you going to call?
Call the Bug Man, 923-BUGS.
For total pest control for your home or business, call the original Salvant.
Call the Bug Man today, 923-BUGS.
We continue with Tigers Roar, again talking a little bit more about baseball. It was game 2 of the 3-game set. Had to dodge some raindrops.
Moved it to 8 o'clock at night. That was a bad weather day in Baton Rouge. That was awful.
Yeah, it was pretty rough.
A lot of people lost power and whatever. Others didn't. But as a player, how do you change? I guess they let them know early enough that they were going to change it from
6:30
to 8. Does that change your routine during the day at all?
You just start a little bit later with everything that you do, and they all have their own thing. And, you know, they knew going into the weekend, even before Friday's game, what the weather forecast said.
I'm amazed they got the game
We
in.
all have the smartphones now. Most of the time it's accurate, not always. And so, baseball players are used to that. When they start playing Little League ball, you can't play when it's raining. It feels too wet, whatever it might be. So they make the adjustment, and those who adjust better will do better.
Let me ask you this. That Mainieri made a change in his pitching rotation. Mikhail Hilliard got the start Saturday, which would, any correlation between the fact that the series prior was a Thursday, Friday, Saturday series, and he pitched on a Saturday? Did that influence them moving him to the number 2 spot?
I think it definitely played a role. He could keep his weekly routine the exact same way, because if you change it by a day, you got to change things 3-4 days out. So, but Mikhail Hilliard, and we're going to hear from him in this next piece, he's been one of the good surprise stories of this team. They knew he was a good pitcher. He pitched the Central Wildcats to the state championship over West Monroe. They knew he had a lot of upside, a lot of potential, and he has lived up to it and exceeded that in becoming one of the key stories for LSU baseball. Here's a recap of Game 2. You'll hear from Coach Paul Mainieri and the freshman from Central, Mikhail Hilliard.
2 days in a row we've played really good baseball in just about every facet. I know fans love offense, and we've given them offense 2 nights in a row, but man, I think our starting pitchers have been phenomenal. Caleb, had a little bit of a rough inning there in the 8th inning. Was at the the 8th inning. We had a couple errors in the 7th inning, and then the 8th inning was a little bit rough, but he had a good 9th inning, so that was encouraging. But obviously we had several guys swing the bat well. Hey, I don't know what's gotten into Jake Slaughter, but whatever it is, let's keep doing it, okay? Man, I didn't think there was any chance somebody would hit a home run to left field today, and that ball he hit, I didn't know a human being could hit a ball that hard. Reminded me of somebody like Giancarlo Stanton, as hard as that ball was, hit Pearson through the wind. I'm not comparing him to Giancarlo Stanton. I'm just saying the way that ball came off the bat, I thought it would take somebody that strong to hit one out against the wind. But that ball pierced right through the wind, and the wind affected the trajectory of it. I don't know if you could tell in the press box. It was kind of like wiggling out there. But and how about that home run that Webb hit? So happy for Nick Webb. What an outstanding young man. And for him to get his first home run in such a big way was huge. So, hey, listen, we played a great game for 2 nights in a row. We've got one more tomorrow, and hopefully we're going to finish this game strong. I thought Mikhail was awesome, just awesome.
It's like the first time this year you didn't have to really wiggle out of jams the whole time. He was just kind of in complete control.
Yeah, and then hey, listen, there's things you have to overcome sometimes as a pitcher, and he was cruising along good, and there was one batter there that I thought he threw about 4 strikes too that turned into all balls, and put him in a little bit of a difficult situation there. But he was 1 pitch away from getting out of it, and you give the other kid credit. He hit one in the gap and gave for the 2-run double there. But I thought Mikhail was terrific again, and and then after giving up 3 runs, he went out there in the 6th inning, shut him down again. It was certainly the right time to take him out of the game, and I thought that was the right time to use Gilbert as well. So, hey, I was glad Mikhail got a little run support. Wish some of those runs would have given to him in some of his other games. Maybe he'd have a couple more wins. But I thought he did a terrific job. The whole team did. It was a great team effort. Everybody contributed. Obviously, Jake had a big night. Everybody's going to talk about his home run, but his 2-run triple early in the game I thought was a key blow. What can you say about Austin Bain? He just keeps rising up and getting big hits for us at key times. So, good overall win. Anybody have any questions, or are you freezing?
This is your first Sunday tomorrow. You get to go for an SEC sweep.
Is it? First time we won the first 2 games?
Yeah.
In the SEC, yeah. I think it happened earlier with Texas, right? And the other week I went to different teams, but Hawaii? No, we split the first 2 games, didn't we?
Lost the first one.
Yeah, that's right. So, yeah, tomorrow we have to have a little killer instinct. This is a tough league. You can't feel sorry for the other team. Every game, 30 games are hard, and when you have a chance, to get wins, you got to get them. And we've played well for 2 days, but again, tomorrow the scoreboard's going to read 0-0 at 4 o'clock when this game kicks off, and hopefully we can play well again. I don't know how long Fontenot's going to go, but we've got a good rested bullpen, and we're going to be able to use a lot of different guys, however we feel is necessary. So I think we got a chance, but we're going to face a really good pitcher. Faced him twice 2 years ago when he was a freshman. I'm telling you, he's really good. And they still got their big guy out of the bullpen, Lingfelter, who throws real hard. So it's not going to be easy. We got to come out and play as well as we can play tomorrow to be able to finish this job this week.
You get it done the first inning, then you get a 5 spot up. That really settles you in and relaxes you when that happens.
A little bit. Usually I go out on Sundays and kind of struggle a little bit, but especially whenever hits aren't put together so you can score runners. But they did put up a good bit of runners in that first inning. I felt really good about that. I felt really relaxed on the mound. Helps me out.
See, when did you come out? 6.
Yeah, I came out 6.
So that's still kind of another victory for you and everything, but you're still trying to kind of work past that 6th inning.
Yeah, it'd be great to go more than 6, but I got pulled at 96 pitches. That's a good bit. If I could place my pitches more and be more efficient, I feel like I can go past that, go probably 7 or 8.
Yeah. Is the pitch count for you different than other guys who throw more fastballs? You throw a lot of curveballs, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
So.
I think it's about 50 and 50. Throw just as many fastballs and curveballs. Try to keep my count low, but it is what it is. Gotta keep grinding.
So what's it like watching Jake Slaughter these last couple of nights?
Oh, it's amazing. I haven't seen him hit so good since I think his freshman year, or maybe my junior year and his senior year in high school. But I love it. He's been smashing balls.
Mm-hmm. And then Webb tonight, he almost hit the Intimidator out there.
Yeah. Webb got some power. I used to play with him in summer ball. He used to do that a lot. Hit ball really far. But yeah, I love that. Those last few innings, we didn't give up and let the team come back. We just kept grinding out at bats and putting runs up.
And your shortstop, Hal Hughes, we know about his defense, but he made a particularly impressive play tonight, diving and making that stop and throw to first.
Yeah, it's always good to see players going full out for you, love you on the mound, and they have to make really tough plays and come through in clutch situations like that. Because that could have easily been a run on first and some like a single or a double or anything, and that could have scored a run. So I'm glad that he kept the ball in his glove and made that play.
Well, obviously you don't play tomorrow, but you personally don't play. But your teammates are going for a sweep the first time they would have a chance to do that in the SEC this year. How much do you think your teammates are focused to get that done?
We're really focused. We usually take it one pitch at a time, one inning at a time, one game at a time. And I feel like if we keep that mindset of every pitch winning every pitch, winning every inning, and just grinding out everything on the field. We'll get the sweep.
All right.
Did you feel like the cold gave you an advantage tonight, or wasn't really a factor?
I didn't think it was really a factor. Maybe for a left-hander, he was hitting the ball to the right side of the field, but I didn't really feel like it was an advantage for me.
We continue with Tigers Roar. Good to hear from the freshman, Ma'Khel Hilliard. That's a little inside joke, but
he did very well.
Huh?
He's been the big surprise of that and Austin Bain have been the two big surprises for LSU baseball. And some other news I know we're going to recap some other things, but Brant Broussard's supposed to be back in the lineup now for this weekend series against South Carolina. Josh Smith still not yet recovered. Paul Mainieri said his back is still from inactivity, a little weak, so they've got to build that up. Hunter Fiducia's hurt. Caleb Gilbert's hurt. They may miss the weekend series. We're not positive. Gilbert will for sure. Fiducia, we don't know. So it's like you said, one step forward, two steps back. They just can't get past the injury bug this year.
Speaking of Austin Bain, the Dutchtown product, had a very good weekend. He's the other big story, along with Ma'Khel Hilliard, of exceeding maybe what the expectations were. He was named Co-SEC Player of the Week. I don't like the Co-Player of the Week thing. Pick one guy. It's just like I don't like the all-basketball team.
So let me ask,
they have the all-basketball team, they put 8 guys on the first team.
If they had 3, they'd call it the Tri-Player of the Week?
Oh, man, come on. But tip of the hat to the Dutchtown product where he played for Coach Chris Schexnayder. Austin Bain doing a very good job at the plate when he's been called on to pitch. Whatever he's been asked to do, he has done it. So good job, Austin Bain. Good to see him get some recognition from the SEC office.
He got the save against Louisiana Tech, and then he hits over 500 on the weekend against Tennessee. And a great kid. I interviewed him on my radio show. Just a good young man.
I remember when he played at Dutchtown, he was that guy you could just tell he could do a little bit of everything.
Now, Paul calls him the natural. I don't know if he's Robert Redford yet, but I mean, come on.
Probably not. But we are going to take a break, and when we come back, it won't be Robert Redford. It'll be Mike Scarborough of TigerBait.com.
That's definitely not his Robert Redford. Ooh.
Right, we're going to talk about running back from Cal. All of that's up next when we talk with Mike Scarborough of TigerBait.com. Jordy Hultberg, Tommy Krysan. Stay with us.
I knew I could get myself out of this. I just needed some hope and some help.
I took the first step to recovery when I made the call.
If you're depressed, drinking, and using drugs, you may need help.
And the Affordable Care Act guarantees coverage of substance abuse.
Call the Addiction, Hope, and Helpline now for a free assessment.
I had problems just getting to sleep, drinking and using pills every night.
I feel like I'm losing control. I'm afraid I'll lose my job or even my family.
Are you losing hope? You can recover and get back on track. Call now for hope and help with proven, gentle recovery programs.
I never thought that I could be somebody who didn't drink and use drugs.
I have something to hold on to for strength. I'm in recovery, getting the help I need.
Call the Addiction, Hope, and Helpline now for a free assessment with someone who cares.
Call 800-383-8177. 800-383-8177.
Hi, I am Dr. Farrell Frugier Jr., and I am a general dentist at Frugier Family Dentistry. I was born and raised in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I went to Catholic High School, LSU, and LSU School of Dentistry in New Orleans, where I received my DDS degree in 1986. I always have and will continue to be committed to continuing my education, to invest in technology which makes the diagnosis and delivery of dentistry more thorough, more comfortable, and more aesthetically pleasing. In our practice, we are here to serve the patients. We want to improve their quality of life and to develop relationships with our patients. In dentistry, we have a chance to impact lives on a daily basis, not just by doing dentistry, but by getting to know them and being a part of their life. We also believe in giving back to our community. So every year, we give back to the Greater Baton Rouge Food Bank, Toys for Tots, and Mary Bird Perkins Cancer Center. Please stop by and visit our office. We would love to take care of you and your family.
It's a beautiful day for baseball. Take me out to a Hooters. Take me out to the game. Give me some wings and a frosty brew, a seat by the tube and a buddy or two.
Step up to our plate. Bring the team to Hooters and get 40 free boneless wings. Offer applies to teams of 6 or more in uniform.
There's no better place to catch the game. It's baseball time at Hooters.
Hello, my name is Debbie. Welcome to Debbie's Bridal, a Formal Affair.
My name's Raven. I work at Debbie's Bridal, and she makes your dreams come true.
Hi, I'm Bobby Yarborough with Manda Fine Meats. Here at Manda, we know what the folks of South Louisiana love. They love great flavored smoked sausage, delicious deli meats, and specialty items like boudin and andouille sausage. Manda Fine Meats has been providing these products since 1947. We produce them right here in Baton Rouge, so you know you're always getting the freshest product at your local grocery store. Manda Fine Meats. Taste the fresh local flavor in everything we make. Make it Manda every time.
Hello. Hola. Ni hao.
Experience what the Baton Rouge International School can offer your children. Now welcoming displaced students for short and long-term stability.
We continue with Tigers Roar. It's everybody's favorite part of the program.
That's right.
It's the visit with Mike Scarborough of TigerBait.com. Good evening, Mike. How are you?
Doing great. Glad to be with you guys as always.
Mike, we want to start off talking about Trey Watson. He's a grad transfer, played at California, was hurt last year. He's visited Texas. He's scheduled to meet with LSU. What can you tell us about the running back, Trey Watson, and his prospects of maybe being an LSU Tiger?
Well, he's 5'10", 205-pounder, put together real well. Of course, had an injury last year. He's about 8 or 9 months into his rehab and expected to be at 100%. Like you said, LSU, Texas, New Mexico State was in there. Oklahoma's trying to be a player. So it's not just LSU looking for help at the running back spot. I reached out to our guy out in California who covers the Cal Bears for us, and really talked a lot about him as a pass-catching running back out of the backfield. And if you've dug around and seen any highlight film of him on YouTube or wherever there's video to be seen of him, you can kind of see that. So on one hand, what's funny is the Rivals National guys have reached out to me. They're doing a series this spring of, running back you, quarterback you, each position you. And I've had to do about 4 or 5 of them. Only a couple of them have run so far. And I'm doing the ones for DBU and running back you. And I'm like, these are positions where LSU's been at the pinnacle, but now we're in an off season where LSU is reaching out and needing grad transfers. And if you take the running back, if he chooses LSU, Watson, so I guess that would close the door on a possible quarterback grad transfer that's out there, which was something that was possibly discussed and floated by Orgeron on signing day.
Good point. Good point.
Yeah. And
one thing we may be DBU, we may be RBU, we're not QBU for sure.
No. And the thing I wrote about the running back spot was, and look, even wide receiver, you can make an argument. There's been no SEC school that's been better at wide receiver than LSU this century.
I agree.
You can look, and people will look at the. It's kind of like that ESPN challenge they did years ago, where they did all-time basketball teams, and LSU made it to the finals. From afar, you would look at it and say, no way LSU would be in there. But when you start looking at the players, well, it's been that way at wide receiver.
Yeah.
If you're from afar and outside of Louisiana and outside the region, you just think of poor offenses. But when you go year by year and look at the receivers that have come through the LSU program and made their way to the NFL. Of course, this is all NFL.
Right.
It's absolutely staggering. So it's to where you're needing a back to the main point, the grad transfers at those positions were, at running back, that hasn't been a question mark since Kevin Falk signed in '95, and now, and it's not just the number one guy. You've had at least two marquee guys every year at that spot, sometimes three, and of course, are we to draw conclusions as to what they're thinking of what's there, as to why they're reaching out for Watson? But
we shall see.
We'll see.
Mike,
it could be a really big pickup, but we'll see.
Mike Scarborough, TigerBait.com. We're looking at footage of spring practice. It all culminates this Saturday with the spring game, and that means it's time to bring out not transfers, but recruits that they want to sign in this upcoming class. What do you know about who's going to be there and how many are going to be there?
Don't have a total number, but it's going to be a who's who of 2019-20, probably even some 21s in there. Just about everybody from inside the state of Louisiana. You're going to have, the guys that, from East Texas. You're going to have a bunch of defensive linemen. That's what this spring game is for. It's really all about recruiting and making sure all your players are healthy. But I expect there to be a big group, and that's a feather in the cap of the LSU staff that they've had great unofficial, and of course now we're seeing official visitors that are coming, for visits this year.
Is there a quarterback coming this weekend?
I've sent a message to Grant Gunnell to see if he's going to show, but no word yet, and we'll see about some of the others. I imagine there'll be an in-state quarterback or two that doesn't currently have an offer, but it would sure be nice if Gunnell's there as well as some others from out of state.
Okay.
Mike, once spring football is done for LSU, all the high schools roll into their spring football, and I know the LSU coaches are going to be canvassing the state and obviously going outside of the borders, but that's a time to get a look at these high school teams because they got a set window when they can do spring football at the high schools, and they usually conclude with a scrimmage against another school. So I'm sure LSU is going to be present and running around the state.
Yeah, and running around in states where they still have spring football. And even then, you're allowed to go to schools in states where they don't have spring football, just to drop in and say hello to coaching staffs and so forth. But it's really amazing to watch how much emphasis they're putting on the state of Georgia this year. Like a lot of coaching staffs, starting to see a little bit more Texas. And of course, Mississippi has been bigger than in most years. So probably would like to see a little bit more of Florida, but everybody's making a beeline to Georgia.
Kind of quiet on the Will Wade basketball front. He's got a couple of openings there. Any reports, any inklings of what's going on the basketball side of things?
I the last week or so since the signing period on spring, I haven't been following it as much as I should. But I mean, the camp schedule and everywhere he's been, I saw he was extended an offer to a kid, I want to say in Tennessee a few days ago. I mean, it's obvious they're just extremely active. But,
okay.
Now you're getting to what are going to be the numbers. How many will they sign for the 19 class?
Right.
He's got a lot of options here now.
He's got a lot of options left on this 18 class, too, so he's got a couple of openings there, and that's what I'm curious, if there's a grad transfer or a JUCO.
Does he necessarily use those up? I think we talked about that last week.
Right.
And does he hold some of that back so he can have a bigger 19?
Yeah, we'll see.
Hey, Mike, going back, you were talking about DBU and all that. Somebody told me LSU is now Gymnastics U. They're trying to win a national title this weekend.
We're going to see if baseball is going to have one of those runs that when they put it all together late. You think that's after the sweep this past weekend, but I'm really thinking basketball is about to have that run.
Hey, Mike, tell everybody what's happening at TigerBait.com and how they can go about subscribing.
Go to TigerBait.com. We're going to have a full coverage of this recruiting weekend. The list as soon as we get it solidified. Of course, we'll be checking off the names, and there'll be 3 of us at the spring game on Saturday. Photos, video, interviews, the whole works.
All right, Mike, TigerBait.com. As always, we appreciate your time.
All right, talk soon. Thanks.
All right,
I think that went right over Mike's head with the gymnastics U. He
Yeah,
didn't catch that.
Well, I'll tell you this.
He didn't catch
They're going to St. Louis. They're leaving on Wednesday to go to St. Louis. The semifinals.
Big send-off Wednesday. Big send-off.
The Super 6 on Saturday, which will be the last year of Super 6, as they call it. You'll see, you can watch it noon Central Time on ESPN2 Friday, the semifinal 1. There's 2 segments of semifinals, and you get the Super 6.
They're pretty clever. They're pretty clever. LS Unstoppable. That's pretty clever. See, bottom right, LSU on LS
marketing
Unstoppable.
team doing
They're
well.
pretty good.
But I'm going to go on a limb here.
They're going to win it.
If they win it.
Can we get DD on the show?
If they win the national championship, it's Gymnastics U. It's not DBU.
Can we get DD sitting right between us? No, we're going to need to do that.
Yeah, if she wins the national title, the last national champion on the campus at LSU.
We may have to go to Grand Isle. She loves to go.
Men's golf.
Yeah, she may need to go. We need to go to Grand Isle. She loves to go fishing. She
Really?
got a camp
I didn't
down
know
there.
that.
Oh, she loves to do that stuff. Yes.
We'll go to Grand Isle. We got lots
We got
of
the mobile truck. Let's go.
We got lots
Do
of
a show.
hunting and fishing and outdoor programming. That's what Pelican put their footprint in the sand with all the hunting, the fishing, and outdoor. We could do the DD Bro fishing show.
We could do a 1-hour documentary on DD.
We're going to the camp, catch some fish with
DD. DD documentary. There we go.
You in charge of this?
Let's do it.
There we go. And then we can fold the fishing in. Fishing on
Heck with the
Tigers Roar.
fish.
Of
I want
course,
the crabs. I want the boiled crabs.
Yeah,
That's
we
what
got
I want.
high school fishing there in Thursday nights and Saturday and
There you
Sunday
go.
afternoons here.
They have high school fishing teams?
Bass. Oh, it's big.
Really? Are you serious?
We were on the West Bank in
did
New
not know
Orleans
that.
with Lake
They have
Charles.
fishing
going to
teams.
Toledo Bend. There's like 200 boats out there.
So is that
fishing.
like a Title IX thing? I mean, you're going to have X amount of sports and one of them can be fishing?
They have. It's big.
That's awesome.
There's high school bowling.
Why don't they have
awesome.
that in college?
Did you fish at
Fishing
De La Salle?
Yeah.
Yeah, you were on the
I was
fishing
fish-
team?
I was
After
fishing
basketball,
for A's.
you went on a fishing team.
I was fishing for grades, fishing for A's.
Yeah.
They never had fishing teams. Are you serious?
I can't be more serious.
Wow.
I can't make that up. I'm not good enough.
Wow. Are there restrictions on the polls and everything? I mean,
I'll have to investigate.
wow. That's
You
great.
can watch it at 12 noon
That is a score-
on
it's a-
Saturday and Sunday. You can watch it on Pelican Sports
It's a
TV.
great sport. I had no
High school
idea.
bass fishing.
I had no
And
idea.
the Pelican crew's headed up to Toledo Bend. Beautiful up
Ooh,
there.
beautiful.
For a big event in
How
a
come they
week
never-
or so.
I know they fish. They never offer me any when they get back, filleted and ready to fry.
I don't know. Also, we want to remind you about Jagathon, the big weekend out at Southern. Baseball, football spring game. First spring game at Southern in 6 years. 2 o'clock at A.W. Mumford Stadium on Saturday. We'll get you some information on that. Social media, which you can follow us on Facebook at Pelican Broadcasting, Twitter at Pelican Sports.
High school fishing, really?
Really? We take a break, come back, go back to that thing you've heard about, LSU baseball. A little bit more of that when we return with more of Tigers Roar. Stay with us.
Surfing through the channels with his little remote, wolfing down Cheetos. I hope he don't choke between Monday night football and Friday night fights. I'm lucky if I get to see a show that I like. He never hears the phone or the doorbell ring. I don't try to understand him. It's a male thing.
No one can stop me when I taste the feeling. Nothing could ever bring me down. Nothing.
miss the feeling.
Woodburners, serving South Louisiana since 1977, is a family-owned and operated company with over 30 years of experience. They're the fireplace experts, providing upscale products at an affordable price. Fireplaces, glass doors, wood stoves and stove chimneys, mantles, screens, gas logs, and tool sets. Visit online at woodburnersinc.com. Call 225-752-2590 or stop by 10510 Airline Highway in Baton Rouge.
This is an important announcement. If you're between 50 and 85 and worried about your loved ones, you can still get affordable life insurance for peace of mind.
My life insurance coverage is guaranteed, and I was not required to get a medical exam.
I had high blood pressure and diabetes, and I got my coverage with one telephone call. No exam necessary.
I'm a smoker, and I wanted to take care of my family. I called to get my life insurance and my affairs in order. I wanted to do the right thing.
Call Final Expense No Exam Insurance. Your rates are guaranteed and will never increase.
I called and learned that this insurance cannot be canceled even if you get sick or gain weight.
And there are no restrictions on how my beneficiaries use the money when I'm gone.
Approval was easy and the price was right. I wanted to do this for my children.
Call 800-654-9927, 800-654-9927.
My name is Dr. Nicole Rogers, and I'm here in Old Metairie, Louisiana at Hair Restoration of the South, where your hair is our care. And I'd like to invite you to come and visit and discuss various options for treatment of thinning hair. These can include both medical and surgical options. You don't have to go straight to surgery. In the meantime, feel free to check out our website, hairrestorationofthesouth.com, and we look forward to seeing you soon.
Cypress Lake Apartments are conveniently located off Segan Lane in Baton Rouge, a CLK multifamily management property. Come see this community, which has many amenities including swimming pools, fitness room, playground, and much more. 1, 2, and 3 bedroom apartments. Stop by Cypress Lake Apartments, call 225-293-6789, or go online, live at cypresslakeapts.com.
We continue with Tigers Roar, and we got an update from Mr. Scarborough, who we just visited with, of course,
and that
TigerBait.com. He says Grant Gunnell, the quarterback out of Texas, his father just messaged Mike Scarborough to say that he is not attending the spring game Saturday evening in Tiger Stadium, but will be coming for a more personal visit soon. So you had asked, would there be a quarterback?
I like the personal visit better.
Yeah, and that's a new rule now. They can do these personal visits in the spring because kids are going to decide. And I mean, it's quite the animal. These kids kind of hold these universities hostage, and then they change their mind. It's something, and social media has fueled that into greater heights than back in the day when you were massively recruited back in the day. All right, game 3 was quite interesting in the LSU-Tennessee series. First off, LSU had won the first 2 games, so you want to get that sweep. At home, Tennessee struggling a little bit. They got a first-year coach in Tony Vitello, who's going to do a good job up there. He was at Arkansas for a long time.
Hard to win there.
And they've had a
hard to win. Delmonico did a good job, but it's hard to win.
Tennessee baseball coaches have flipped over a lot in the last 10, 15 years.
But if Kentucky can do it, right? Why can't Tennessee do it?
Yeah, well,
what do you think?
So, anyway, but you got to get game 3. Tigers found themselves in a hole, a big comeback, and then the asterisk on it, and we have a graphic. Paul Mainieri got win number 1,400 in his career, counting his time at St. Thomas University, Air Force, Notre Dame, and LSU. The 4th active coach in Division I to reach 1,400 career wins. 13th coach all time in the history of Division I baseball to reach 1,400 wins. So a tip of the hat to Coach Mainieri. He'll be the first to tell you a lot of coaches, a lot of players, a lot of support staff, a lot of fans played a role in that. It'll be something that whenever he does retire, he'll look back and say, hey, that was a pretty good run there.
Absolutely.
But let's recap game 3 with The walk-off home run by Daniel Cabrera and Paul Mainieri, talking about an exciting game, and the icing on the cake for win number 1,400 for Coach Mainieri was the big comeback against Tennessee.
It's just hard to put into words what we just witnessed today. This Neely kid for them has pitched great games against us. He pitched twice against us 2 years ago, and then today he really had our number, and we weren't having a great game. We had some miscommunications, we had some errors, we left some runners on base, made some bad pitches, we made some bad coaching decisions, and things weren't weren't going our way. And then, my goodness, I never say a die attitude can take you a long ways. And what a special moment for Daniel Cabrera. This is why he just told me this is why I came to LSU. For moments like this, he could have signed professionally, but he decided to come to school. And how would you ever forget a moment like that for that young guy? But it wasn't him alone. There were several guys that did an amazing job, and of course Austin Bain, who's been just everything for us all year. Came through with a clutch 2-run double there to get us close. I know I'm saying a lot of things, but I don't really have the words to describe what we just witnessed today. I'm just really happy for our kids, and they've gone through a lot. Hey, listen, when we pinch hit for Hal Hughes there, and then we're planning on bringing in Bain to pitch, we're kind of scrambling in our minds what we're going to do defensively because I didn't have any more infielders. So initially we were going to put Braden Doty in to play second base, a walk-on catcher, and then we changed our mind and decided we're going to bring Watson in to play second base, put Duplantis in right, take the DH and put him in the outfield. That probably would have been the best situation, but fortunately we didn't have to utilize that outstanding defensive alignment.
It all starts with Chris Reed legging it out on first at bat. These things add up, huh?
Yeah, it was amazing how, I've been in so many of these games where you just feel snake bit some things, like Bo hitting that ball that was barely foul. But yet, on the other hand, here's Reed who, doesn't have exactly blazing speed and hits a ball and the shortstop errors the ball. And, people wonder why I place so much emphasis on defense. I guarantee you that poor coach from Tennessee is thinking about the first play of the inning, that their shortstop didn't make the play, and everything, went crazy after that. So, like I said, a lot of guys contributed, Reed, and then I don't even remember what happened next. Watson got an infield hit, I think, didn't he?
Bo hit against the shift. Bo hit it the other way against the shift.
Bo hit against the shift, and Watson got the infield hit, and Duplantis took one for the team, and Bain. I mean, it's unbelievable. I'm gonna have to go back and watch it because it's hard for me to remember every little item that happened.
Talk me through the at bat. What did you see on the first pitch that you took, and then what do you see on the home run?
I was just hunting fastballs. He's a hard thrower. He was 94, 96, and he threw a fastball in, and I didn't think he was gonna try to work around me and throw me a changeup. So I saw a fastball and I got on it.
How much? I mean, Paul says he kind of was it watching you watch it go out. As soon as you made contact, you knew.
It was right when I hit it, I knew it was going. It was just that's a memory I'm gonna remember for the rest of my life.
He said that you told him that's what you came here for.
That's why I came here. Just play the best and win games like this. This is awesome. This is my favorite moment.
Can you describe it right now? I know it's.
I don't know. I kind of blacked out when I hit it. Kind of in that moment, I kind of blacked out.
When did you regain? When you were coming around third and you see everybody waiting for you?
Kind of when everybody stopped hitting me. Kind of.
A little bit after that.
Yeah.
Do you start when you're 3 or 4 people from coming up? You start counting down. How many people do you have to reach for you to get a chance?
I'm just really focused in the game and just seeing who's in the bullpen, who's pitching, and what's he's throwing to our hitters. And our mentality in the 9th inning is just pass on to the next guy, get on base, and pass the throw on.
When did you kind of realize that? Okay, like James was saying, that you're kind of counting down, like, oh, this guy's on, this guy's on. When did you realize that you were going to have a chance to win
probably
this thing?
Probably when Zach Watson got his hit. I just figured, I was like, okay, I might get a shot at this.
What was that like then? When you realized?
I was ready. I was That's like I told Coach House, this is why I came here. This is the moments I want to hit in. I wasn't nervous. I was excited. I was like, I want to be in this situation.
Did you go up thinking sack fly or just
I was just honestly, I wasn't trying to hit a home run. I was just trying to hit something hard, and luckily I got it up in the air and got it over.
What does shaving cream taste like?
Doesn't taste very good. I wouldn't recommend it to anybody.
Who got you with it?
I'm not sure. They just hit me really hard in the face with it.
You didn't see it coming?
No, sir.
Is it worth the bad taste?
Yes.
So many kids in the backyard with the plastic ball and bat, they dream of hitting that home run. Of course, Warren Morris took it to the ultimate with the walk-off to win the College World Series years ago. But that's something he'll tell his grandkids about. I mean, you know, that's quite the memory. And, Shamra did it a couple years ago in a regional. And, it's happened.
Against the UL Raging Cajuns.
Chris Shamra did it and then went and kicked at Nichols after that. How about that?
There you go.
Anyway, so no, what a memory. And I like the way he said, hey, I was just trying to hit the ball hard. Because if you try to hit a home run, you're probably not going to hit one. You try to hit the ball hard. Alex Bregman, he was asked, how do you stay in the major leagues? He says, you got to hit the ball hard 3 out of 4 times. Not necessarily 3 hits in 4 at-bats, but hit it hard. 3 out of 4 times you can play the game for a long time. So to hear Cabrera say, hey, I'm just up there trying to hit it hard, that's what it's all about. And that can be a message for all you little kids and you youth coaches out there.
When the kid who came in much ballyhooed, Paul Mainieri put him in the upper echelon. This is going to be the next guy, and for him to be able to do that, it's got to be the weight of the world off that kid's shoulders. And as the old coach at LSU used to say when I was doing his television show, there's always a turning point in every game and in every season. There's a turning point. Is that the turning point for LSU baseball? We'll see if they can balance that and move on and jettison upward from there.
And time will tell on that. Upcoming for LSU baseball, obviously they're tangling with Tulane right now. We don't have a final score, but they'll head over to Founders Park, a beautiful facility.
That's a nice name
at
for a
South
park.
Carolina. 6 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 12:30. That's a Friday, Saturday, Sunday series. Going to be a tough one. South Carolina not doing as good as they wanted to do in the East. Florida's kind of running away with that thing a little bit.
Yes, they
to
are.
this point, that can change, as we know. And then the following weekend, Lamar comes to town next week. Will Davis, former Tiger player and coach. Then they got to go to Ole Miss. So it's back-to-back tough road SEC weekends.
7 of the next 8 on the road. We'll find out. But they are at 9-6. Last year at the exact same time, they were 9-6. Last year ended up pretty good.
That turning point thing you talked about, and we've seen Coach Mainieri teams demonstrate that ability when you get towards the end of April to get hot, do it all, go win in Hoover. I mean, it's uncanny the way that works.
Paul's out there wearing #RallyBees. They had to
rally possum,
they
rally
had to
bees.
cancel practice because
Did you see that video?
A hive of bees that big,
like bigger than a basketball,
was on the batting cage, and they couldn't do anything. So they canceled practice, and all of a sudden they come out against Tennessee and they knock the cover off the ball. Amazing.
Rally bees. Then, of course,
Rally bees.
The entrepreneurs out there had the T-shirts going. I'll never forget that rally possum thing. That game ended late on a Saturday against Arkansas.
Yeah.
And the next game was early on a Sunday, I guess because of Arkansas's travel plans. And I got to the park. I was working for the SEC that year. I got to the park real early that day, and they already had Rally Possum T-shirts for sale in the parking lot. In other words, those had to be printed between 11 p.m. and 6 a.m.
LSU fans took that one to the ultimate extreme. I saw ladies with possum baseball hats and possum purses and whatever is in the mind. I mean, baseball's the most superstitious thing ever.
Well, we just had a Friday the 13th. Are you a superstitious guy?
No. And I did that.
When you played ball, there was nothing like, I like this T-shirt when I practiced.
No, I wore what they gave us.
Well, but I mean, so you didn't have...
But I would kind of do the same thing. I'd get to the arena at the same time, and I'd go through the ritual, stuff like that. But, if I went 8 for 12 from the field... I didn't wear I didn't not wash my socks and wear them the next. No. Cleanliness, baby, cleanliness. Please.
Baseball players tend to do that a little bit more than others. Baseball, you guys in basketball, it's up and down the court, game's over. baseball is a lot of downtime.
Yeah, y'all got to talk.
Think of something to
do. You got to
do.
talk and spit seeds.
You got to okay.
And
like
actually, we actually had to work out a little bit. We had to run a little bit. Y'all get to pick grass and watch the butterflies fly and. Oh yeah.
I ran quite a few foul poles.
Oh please.
You want to hear a funny foul pole story?
I'll tell you this. They actually put counters on us at basketball practice. 2-hour practice, we'd run 10 miles.
Really?
Games were 5. I don't know of a baseball player yet who's ever run 10 miles.
This is funny.
In a practice.
About 2 weeks to go in my senior year, I get done working out, and coach says, go run 20 foul poles, which would be from the left field pole to right field poles 1 and back is 2.
Yeah.
Right along the warning track, just go.
That's a good way.
He goes, give me 20 foul poles and you can go to the clubhouse. So I go out there and I start running, and I'm thinking, okay, I got 2 weeks left in this career. It's 90 degrees, it's May, whatever it was. And I'm like, I'm not running 20. So I ran and I cut it short. I'll tell you the rest of the story. So I go in the clubhouse and I'm laying around talking to the girl trainers, whatever. And the team comes in a little while later, and coach comes up to me, he says, how many foul poles did you run? And I started thinking, like, okay, he must have had a manager counting, or he told somebody to count, so I can't tell a lie here. Right. So I go, Coach, I didn't run 20. He goes, I want to know how many you ran. So now I'm thinking, okay, he's got me, okay? So I come clean. I say, Coach, I ran 12. And he goes, good. And I went, what do you mean good? He goes, I wanted you to run 10, and I figured if I told you 20, I'd get 10 out of you. I went, damn, I ran too many. too many, Coach. Oh, well, when you got 2 weeks left.
You baseball players.
Yeah, it was something else. Hey, we're going to take a break, come back with much more of Tigers Roar here on Pelican Sports TV.
But I will say that hitting a baseball is a lot harder than shooting a basketball.
Yeah,
that thing's coming at you pretty fast, and and it's moving. That's pretty hard.
Well, here's the other thing too. Everybody goes to batting practice, and guys are crushing the ball. Well, here's the difference. In batting practice, they want you to hit the ball.
Right.
In the game, the pitcher does not want you to hit the ball.
Okay. Game, they're doing this and they're doing that.
Batting practice, they want you to hit it. In the
only
game,
thing in basketball is they got those big 7-footers with the wingspan that are blocking shots, and you don't want to get embarrassed. So you got to learn how to leap and lean and float and all that stuff. They all have their goods and their bads.
Let's take a break, come back with much more of Tigers Roar. Stay with us.
Basketball players are the greatest athletes.
Hello. Hola. 你好.
Experience what the Baton Rouge International School can offer your children. Now welcoming displaced students for short and long-term stability.
I knew I could get myself out of this. I just needed some hope and some help.
I took the first step to recovery when I made the call.
If you're depressed, drinking, and using drugs, you may need help. And the Affordable Care Act guarantees coverage of substance abuse. Call the Addiction, Hope, and Helpline now for a free assessment.
I had problems just getting to sleep, drinking and using pills every night.
I feel like I'm losing control. I'm afraid I'll lose my job or even my family.
Are you losing hope? You can recover and get back on track. Call now for hope and help with proven, gentle recovery programs.
I never thought that I could be somebody who didn't drink and use drugs.
I have something to hold on to for strength. I'm in recovery, getting the help I need.
Call the Addiction, Hope, and Helpline now for a free assessment with someone who cares.
Call 800-383-8177. 800-383-8177.
When my wife and I started Relief Windows, what we were trying to do, what our goal was to give a quality job to a homeowner. Everybody's scared of contractors. We wanted to change the mold of what that is. Not showing up on time, not answering the phone, somebody running with your money. The reason why you should pick Relief Windows to do your renovation of your home, windows, doors, HardiePlank, or siding, is because of the experience, quality service of our company. Service is everything we have. It's the foundation of our company. We're going to show up on time. We're going to do the job right. Over 60% of our customers is customer referral. We're a local company here in Baton Rouge, built in Baton Rouge, staying in Baton Rouge. Okay. The job's not done until you're happy and we're happy. It's built the old-fashioned way, with a handshake. Here at Relief Windows, it's an honor to be official window, door, and siding company of LSU Athletics, from one winning team to another.
This is an important medical announcement for anyone who has taken the chemotherapy drug Taxotere. If you or a loved one has developed alopecia or hair loss after taking the breast cancer drug Taxotere, you may be entitled to substantial compensation. While many chemotherapy drugs can cause temporary hair loss, Taxotere can cause permanent, irreversible loss of hair on the head, eyebrows, eyelashes, beard, and body. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. The call is confidential, and you may be eligible. You may not have been warned about the side effects of Taxotere. Your consultation is free. Call the Drug Watch hotline if you or a loved one has experienced permanent hair loss as a result of the chemotherapy drug Taxotere. But you must call now.
Call 800-794-0738. 800-794-0738.
Accord Eye Clinic Vision Source is located on Perkins Road in Baton Rouge, offering full-service optical and lab work. Dr. Shonda Accord and the professionally trained staff pride themselves on service, complete eye exams, help with contact lenses, and selection of frames featuring Silhouette, Gucci, Jimmy Choo, and all the top lines. State-of-the-art equipment including Optimap, which digitally photographs your retina. Call Accord Eye Clinic for an appointment. 225-767-3937. That's 225-767-3937. Visit the website visionsource-br.com. All patients of all ages are welcome. Accord Eye Clinic Vision Source.
Jordy, you made a comment as we were rolling to break, and we're going to do a baseball recap in a second, that basketball players are the greatest athletes. And that's been a long...
I believe it.
Okay.
And I'm not saying it because I'm a basketball.
No, I know. I agree. I mean, the size and the agility that these guys have is even more incredible now than 20 years ago. But I'm gonna throw another wrinkle into that.
All right.
I think the best athletes now are NFL middle linebackers. These dudes that are 6'3", 230 pounds that can outrun a lot of guys in skill positions. That linebacker, it ain't Dick Butkus and Ray Nitschke in the middle anymore. Willie Lanier. I mean, it's guys who are exceptional athletes. In many cases, the best athletes on defense are in the linebacker core. So I think an argument could be made, basketball player or NFL middle linebacker, and that wouldn't have been a valid argument in the 80s.
I think you get to a professional level in any sport, you're a pretty darn good athlete, right?
Let's recap the weekend sweep over the Tennessee Volunteers, including that walk-off home run by Daniel Cabrera. Enjoy some Tiger baseball.
Hess fires. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. And Hess starts the night off with a strikeout. Getting the leadoff spot tonight for Coach Paul Maneri. Takes the first pitch high and deep to left field. Taking a look is Russell. He'll wave it bye-bye. That didn't take long. Woo! Bo Jordan, his 6th homer of the season, and the Tigers lead 1-0.
Wow. Wasting no time. You know Bo Jordan loves to swing at that first pitch. Hey, Chris, did I hit the scoreboard? I think that hit the bottom of the scoreboard right below.
First delivery, Duplantis. Ground ball, base hit into right field. Watson around second. Watson on his way to third. The throw going to be late, not in time. Watson head first slide. Duplantis takes advantage of the throw, rolls his way into second base. Nobody out. Runners second and third. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Goes opposite field, down the line and right. Going to drop down in front of Amons. Watson had to hold up. Now he's on his way home. They'll hold Duplantis up. Running back to third base, but an RBI single for Austin Bain makes it 2-0 LSU. The pitch, ground ball, chopper to third. Slaughter going to handle, throw to second, relay to first.
Sir.
In time, dug up by Coombs for the double play, and the base pads are empty. There to help out his pitcher, Zach Hess, and he takes a monster shot to center field. Leftridge on his horse, and this ball is over the fence. Round tripper for Jake Slaughter. Just over the 405 sign out in center field. First pitch again. Drives Garrett Crochet over the wall. It's 4-0 LSU. Crochet delivers. Breaking ball slap. Bouncer knocked down by Charleston at second. The throw to first in time to get Antoine Duplantis, but coming in to score is Bo Jordan to make it 5-0 Tigers. Pitch to Bain, absolutely mashed to left field. That'll bring in Watson. That'll make it 6-0 Bain with yet his second RBI here of the ball game. Currently down in the bullpen, Fiducia takes one high and deep to right field. Stay fair, and it will. Third home run of the ball game. How about third leadoff home run of the ball game for the Tigers? Make it 7-0 as Hunter Fiducia slams his third round tripper of the year. Again coming from the leadoff hitter. Here goes Slaughter again, another deep ball to center field. Again going back, and this ball just clears the fence. A line drive, back-to-back home run for Jake Slaughter in tonight's game. That'll be homer number 4, and it is 8-0 LSU. Almost same spot, just a little lower trajectory. 2-2, a breaking ball. Cold strike 3. Down on strikes goes Lipsius, and payoff delivery on its way. And a swing and a miss. 1-1 pitch on its way to Charleston, lifted in the air towards the first base dugout. Coming over Fiducia, making the play. 2 steps in front of Coach Paul Maneri. 2 down.
The batty poke one the other way.
This
There's
time it goes
shot
to right field. Going to drop down for a base hit. A 2-out single for Duplantis. He'll round first. They lost it, mishandled it in right field. He's around second, into third. Payoff delivery, right back up the middle, comes off the body of Plummer, sails on into center field. Bain will pick up his 4th base hit of the night and his 3rd RBIs. Duplantis comes in to score to make it a 9-1 Tiger lead.
Wow.
2 outs, bases loaded. Moffitt delivers, swing and a miss, struck him out. Attaboy, Clay, that'll wrap it up in purple and gold here on a Friday night in Baton Rouge. 9-3 a final. Here at the ballpark, as you look out to the batter's eye, here's a swing and a miss on a breaking ball inside of the left-handed hitter, and Amon's down on strikes. 7 with runners in scoring position. Here's the 0-2. Lifted in the air, base hit left field. Now Jordan on his way home, mishandled by Russell in left. There'll be no throw to the plate. And runners on the corners, and the Tigers take a 1-0 lead. Antoine Duplantis, yet another base hit and an RBI. Bain, a dangerous hitter at the plate. The 0-1. Runner going to second. Slow bouncing ground ball. Picked up by the third baseman, Sapp. Throw to first is in time to get Bain, but running on the hit was Watson.
Well, you know, the scouting report that he's a strike thrower.
Here's a base hit. Poked through the right side of the infield. Duplantis will score. Pitch from Stallings. Base hit down the line and right. This one's going to be a lot of trouble. Around third coming in is Coombs. They're going to go ahead and wave Cabrera in. The throw just now coming to the infield, and Slaughter on his way to third. He'll have a 2 RBI triple with 2 outs to make it 5-0 Tigers. To Saturday, white numerals, white pants. Here's a sharply hit ground ball. Diving for it is Hughes. Hops up, throw to first. Digging it out is Coombs. Oh my goodness, what a play. Infield for the Vols, playing just off the grass in the infield, and here's a base hit. Left of second base into left center field. Watson will score, and Austin Bain with RBI number 23 on the year. No runs on 1 hit so far for the Vols, and here's a swing and a miss on a fastball. Winds and delivers. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball over for a strike. Strikeout number 4 of the night. Looks back quickly. Now the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Hughes stands in from the right side. Runners on the corners. Lays down a bunt. Right of the mound. Picking it up is Stallings. High throw to the plate. Dropped by Masha. Sliding in safely is going to be Coombs to make it 7-3. Runners keep going as the throw made it to the backstop. Tigers now have runners second and third. 2 for 3 at the plate. The 0-1 delivery. Ground ball left of second base coming over. Lipsius got a glove on it, knocks it down, but can't glove it cleanly. Hughes comes in to score, and the Tigers add yet another run with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Left of second base. The 0-1, deep shot to left center field. This ball is going to be over the wall. A 2-run blast for Jake Slaughter, his 3rd home run in 2 games.
Might get some wind to aid it.
3-1, base hit ripped through the second base side. That'll bring in to score Bo Jordan. They'll go ahead and send in Watson. 2 RBI single for Antoine Duplantis. The 1-0. Hit high and deep. Monster shot to right field. Justin Amon's just going to say good night over the Dow Diamond deck in right. Nick Webb with his first home run of the season. 2 outs, a 2-2 delivery from Gilbert. Ground ball hit to second base. Bain covers it up, throws to first, and that'll do it. Wrap it up in purple and gold. The Tigers clinch their third SEC series of the year with a 14-5 victory over Tennessee. Trey Lipsius, the shortstop, the right-handed hitter awaits the 2-2 pitch. Outside corner called strike 3. That time Fontenot finds it. Great start to the game for Devin Fontenot. 2-2 pitch. There it is, called strike 3. Just above the belt, outside corner. That'll be the second strikeout of the day for Devin Fontenot, and there's one down. No, looking for another out pitch, working against Stapp. The pitch, swing and a miss. Got him to chase a breaking ball down in the dirt. Third strikeout of the day, and another big one for Fontenot. There's 2 down. Fontenot, the 1-2, swing and a miss, and Fontenot, for the second straight inning, ends it with a strikeout. Single. First pitch to Fedusa misses. This time a drive, a ground ball down the line, fair, just inside the first base bag. This one rolls all the way to the backstop. Over in the bullpen sidewall, and Fedusa into second base easily. The 1-2 pitch. Another breaking ball, called strike 3 on the inside corner.
2 innings, you can see why Neely leads the conference in complete games.
High chopper towards short, handled by Lipsius. Nice the throw coming up the line, trying to get him with the tag is Durkee. Nice job by Hughes. Goes underneath, slides into the bag, and he's safe at first. Best roll towards the middle part of this season. Here's a swing and a miss. This time a fastball low in the zone at 95. Runner on his way. Pitch out called for. Throwing down to second. Now Lethbridge going to try to make it back to first. The throw to Webb in time to get him at first base. Strikeouts. Hasn't walked a batter. First pitch to Bain. Ground ball. Sneaks through just inside the third base bag. This one rolling to the corner and left. Bain around first. Still on his way into second base. He'll hold up there after making the turn, and a leadoff double. Austin Bain gets the Tiger fans on their feet. Here. First delivery from Neely. Gets away from the catcher, Santiago. Coming in to score when we Bain. There'll be no throw. And the Tigers are on the board. Come set. Looking at the plate. Payoff pitch. Off speed. Swing and a miss. And he strikes Masha out. Outs. The pitch to Duplantis. Down the line. Fair ball at third. Rolling into the corner. Watson around second base. Russell still giving chase in the corner down and left. Watson's going to be waved in. The throw going to be cut off. And Antoine Duplantis, now 21 games in a row on base, giving the double down the line and an RBI. It's 4-2 now. Playing deep is Lipsius in the hole at shortstop, and Stapp on the line at third. Here's a ground ball, going to be missed by Lipsius on the backhand. Duplantis on his way in from third. The throw is high, slides in safely. It's 4-3. Tigers cut the ball lead to 1. Real estate right side. Here's the 1-2. It's going to be a ground ball. Yeah. Base hit into right center field. Reed around second, on his way into third. Runners on the corners. The shift doesn't work for the balls. Bo Jordan makes them pay. Jordan with a base hit right of second base with runners on the corners. The 1-1. Ground ball. Tough play. Lipsius backhands. Throws to second. Mishandled by Charleston. Reed in to score. Nobody out. It's 7-4. Lingenfelter delivers to Bain. First pitch into the gap. Right center field. Going to get down. Go ahead and send in Jordan. Watson around third all the way to the wall. They're going to hold up Duplantis at third as Bain delivers yet another double. 2 RBIs. The Bain train chugging. Bag. Charleston deep at second base. The 1-0 hit high and deep to right field. Giving it a look. Amons will watch it go. Tigers win. Tigers win. Touch them all, Cabrera. Holy smokes. The Tigers sweep the balls here in the bottom of the 9th inning with a 3-run home run for Daniel Cabrera. Make it 9-7 a final. And they celebrate and mob Cabrera at home plate.
All right. Don't forget.
Dramatic come from behind win.
The dramatic, the 1,400th win
that
for
the turning point?
Coach Mainieri. We will see. Tulane, not a final yet, playing down in New Orleans as we speak. And, of course, the weekend series at South Carolina. And, Jordy, I guess a lot of people, it's spring football. Practice concluding this week, a little student thing on Thursday, and then 5 p.m. on Saturday in Tiger Stadium. There's stuff going on before the game, block party,
music,
concerts.
all kinds of stuff.
There's an autograph session scheduled on the field after the game. And get this doesn't happen often. Admission is free. Just remember, you get what you pay for.
There you go.
But there's going to be some people out there, and they're going to want to take a look at Ensminger's offense, but you're not going to see a whole lot. You see the spring game, 5 o'clock on Saturday.
Supposed to be good weather.
Tiger Stadium. Weather's supposed to get ugly Sunday, but Saturday's supposed to be fine. And it is on the SEC network for those of you that can't get out to Tiger Stadium and you want to check it out. Don't expect a lot.
Well, go to Tiger Stadium and DVR the game on the SEC
there
network.
You go.
Right?
That would LSU would like that. But you can let the kids go have some fun. Little kids like being around
over-under
athletes.
Over-under crowd.
I'll go with, I don't think they get to 10,000. I think they'll have about 5,000 or 6,000 out there.
Sounds about right.
That's a guess. I mean, I could be completely wrong. But
didn't DiNardo try to set the record once? I think he got 40,000 in there one time.
Yeah.
And then it just went.
No,
I think the players and the coaches will be glad when Saturday evening comes. They can get a break from one another, from football, and get over. And hopefully nobody gets injured. And hopefully D.D. Bro comes home with a national championship.
Yeah, that's right. And football will go to recruiting. But, hey, big tip of the hat to the gymnastics team. Go get it done up in St. Louis.
Absolutely.
Friday, Saturday, ESPN 2 at noon on Friday. D.D. Bro tries to get that elusive national championship. Bring it on back to the campus, to the athletic department. That'd be a really good thing. Jordy, another Tigers Roar is in the books.
You got it all written down. You know I'm going to ask you.
374.
There you go. In the books.
All right.
374. Maybe at 400 we'll pop some confetti or something.
Yeah, we'll have a party. We'll have a Marty party.
We'll get some Tremonti's meat and seafood.
Like us on Facebook at Pelican Broadcasting, Twitter at Pelican Sports, YouTube.com/Pelican Broadcast, and that'll do it. On behalf of everyone on the Pelican crew, most importantly, thank you for watching. Thank you for spreading the roar here on Tigers Roar.
400. Got to have a party.
It's time to find out the truth about health insurance.
True or false? I can't get health insurance because I missed the open enrollment period. False.
If you had a life change, such as moving, getting married, having a child, or a job loss, you are eligible to buy a new policy.
I don't have a life-changing event, so I can't get health insurance. False.
You can purchase affordable short-term policies even if it's not open enrollment.
I have to spend hours shopping around for an insurance policy that's right for me. False.
Call Healthcare will connect you with licensed agents that do the work for you, comparing hundreds of options, making sure you get a policy that fits all your needs at the best price.
Call now and we'll connect you to a licensed agent that will answer all your questions. The call and the service are free, so what are you waiting for?
Call Healthcare, getting the coverage you need at a price you can afford. Call now. Representatives are standing by to assist you.
My name is Dr. Nicole Rogers, and I'm here in Old Metairie, Louisiana at Hair Restoration of the South, where your hair is our care. And I'd like to invite you to come and visit and discuss various options for treatment of thinning hair. These can include both medical and surgical options. You don't have to go straight to surgery. In the meantime, feel free to check out our website, hairrestorationofthesouth.com, and we look forward to seeing you soon.